Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Post Patrol. I am your host, Gunner the Runner. I am here with Jules, Adam, and Ty. Fellas, how are we doing today?
Dazzling,
Dazzling. Alright.
remarkable, tremendous, operatic, lavish.
Uh, L adjectives from Tide today.
Just read.
Mmm.
Tell it to Merriam-Webster himself.
Mmm. Cook.
Not move.
Cook. Adam, Jules, how we feeling?
Riveting.
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 Alright.
I feel balding.
You feel
I
bald.
watch a lot of Spurs film from the '90s, and that's just AIDS.
Spurs. Yeah, that you're not wrong. It's been rough. We'll talk to that about that in a little bit. First up on today's plate, we have the Kawhi controversy. Fellas, does this change what is going on with the Kawhi Leonard trade at all? In your opinion?
I don't know. It seems like both sides are very confident the trade's going to go through. Like Kawhi is at Raptors Summer League games, Ingram is with the Clippers Summer League team at the games, and I think it's more of a formality that the investigation just needs to be finished, and hopefully Kawhi is fine, doesn't get suspended or anything crazy. But as of right now, it looks like it's still pretty much a done deal.
Yeah. Jules?
I'm in flux with this because as the co-commander of the battleship, we have been struck by a torpedo unsuspectedly from a submarine offshore. This is concerning because of the respirations behind it. The NBA came out and said that this trade can be completed, but they gave out a warning about the consequences of this being through, then seeping to the Toronto Raptors. And not saying that, they'll be involved in anything, but they definitely know or have information that can, squander this. So it's more of, does Toronto bite the bullet and take any of the consequences with them, with Ballmer and the Clippers, or they back out? To me, I might be leaning towards this trade being voided, and there's real consequences of Kawhi voiding the $50 million and him becoming a free agent and having to then sign for the leftover money of what he was owed for almost like a vet min deal, even though it's not veteran minimum, it'd be around like $13 million or something like that. But I'm torn because I just want to see something happen, and I'm just glad that Adam Silver kind of put on his big boy pants and said we are going to do something about this, because I was so ready to move on from this, but apparently the NBA is going to do something. So we'll just wait and see, and hopefully the Clippers do get consequences.
Adam.
As the other half of the co-captains for this Canadian destroyer, well, we did get hit by a torpedo, but we're not taking out water. The hull was just dented. I'm in the boat of, until I see an actual punishment on the lines of this trade being voided, I'm still going to believe that this trade will go through. I just don't like. I think there will be some punishments, but I don't think the trade will be voided in that sense. And the other thing is, you got to think: is the NBA going to want to actually have this out there that this shit happened on their watch? Like, I don't know, because the NBA in the past with these type of investigations have been kind of they haven't put forth the best effort. So I'm leaning towards just this going through, but I do think there will be some type of consequence.
I'm in a similar boat, Adam. I still think this trade goes through. I think the NBA just does something about it. The only issue would be, does Toronto back out of this? Which I still don't think they will. As Kawhi Leonard just proved, he still can be a top 5 player in the league. This was his most healthy season in a decent minute now, which is a little bit of a risk, I believe, still. However, you do need a co-star to still pair with Scotty Barnes, which they do not have at the moment. And the Clippers, I don't see them backing out of this trade at all because they need the fucking picks. They have no future if this Kawhi trade doesn't go through. So there's just a lot of that. In my opinion, it's I just see Toronto still going through with it. If I just think Kawhi gets suspended. That's all. If you got any
What are we
yeah.
thinking suspension wise? Are we thinking full season or?
I wouldn't say full season. I think it might be. I think it'll be around 25-30, which is still a decent amount.
Yeah, and I think the thing that you brought up in terms of like the picks, because the Clippers have none. If this goes through, those picks are in flux of being taken away as is.
That's
the
true.
only things that they really have. So it's almost a straight up Kawhi for Grady Dick and Brandon Ingram trade. So that's an interesting point as well. Like that's where I just don't know.
Well, and the thing with that as well is it'd be interesting if the league, because they're waiting until the investigation's over and if punishment's handed down before the trade goes through. So would the league then backtrack even more and take away those picks as well? That's what makes that interesting, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wonder if it's also possible the Clippers get punished and Kawhi doesn't, because maybe the investigation finds that they coerced him into it or persuaded him into it in a certain way.
That's the thing that has following this from Paulo Torre since it's broke, is that I am in the camp that Kawhi shouldn't be in any punishment at all. It was advocations from
Clippers.
his agent, who was Uncle Dennis, who Spurs fans all hate. And it was Ballmer and the hirings of the guys who are now in federal prison for fraud. And it should be the Clippers organization. It should be Steve Ballmer and those guys involved. Kawhi is just the beneficiary of what happened. He didn't do anything in my eyes that puts him in any tampering, any suspensions. And if they suspend him for that, to me, I think that I would be pissed if I'm Kawhi, because it's I am getting these things to benefit me for sure, the money and all this kind of stuff. But as any other person in just being a human, that you just getting that money doesn't make you, to me, guilty. It is guilty by association, but it's not like you were the part of the plan to get your money. It was everybody else in that, and you are just getting it. So it's like, where do we go from there? That's just me personally.
Nah, I'm with you. It makes sense. It does. You know, it's a little upsetting with Kawhi, but it's okay because it's time to move on, fellas. LeBron James. We've been waiting patiently for his decision part 2 or part 3, whatever we're on now, you know? Where does he go? What's the fit? Does he take the lesser amount of money? What are our thoughts heading into this? We'll start with Adam.
LeBron James, please pick something, pick someone, because I'm tired of this like charade of just like waiting and finding out. Dude, you're 40 years old. It's time. Just make the damn decision. Who are his current? Is it Denver?
Golden
And
State,
Golden State.
Phillies in
I
there.
have a feeling this is not. It's gonna be determined not by LeBron. It's gonna be Savannah James. I guarantee you it's gonna be Savannah James who's gonna be the ultimate one who's like, hey, we're going here because he's done everything. He's made all the money in the world. I don't think he really cares about winning a championship. If he does, it's not going to mean much to his legacy. It's set in stone. I think this is going to be dependent on what it's best for his family and his kids and his wife. So wherever is best, I don't think he's going back to. I don't think he's going to Denver. I don't know why he would go there. Maybe Cleveland if he wants to return home, but truly I don't really know because it's going to be up to his family. So I'm in the boat of I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. Jules.
I was team LeBron third stint Cleveland, and I'm still gonna rock with that just as my definitive answer. I think though, because I always go by basketball fit, just like what makes sense, the chemistry around you, the personnel, and that kind of stuff. I think Adam actually said it best: is that it should be determined by Savannah. It should be determined by family values because we probably have another year or two of LeBron left. But even that, like we don't know. We've just never seen somebody be able to play 23 seasons at damn near an all NBA level before. But just like humanistically, at the age of 41, you don't want to go move from coast to coast again and set up shop back in Cleveland where you started, because like even though you are the most wealthy person in the NBA probably by far in terms of just everything that has happened so far, you're 41. You don't want to go back to Cleveland. You want to probably stay within your same state and be able to stay within where you were living in LA and be able just to go up and buy some type of, property in San Francisco area and just be able to go back and forth need be when it comes to the season. The kids come up, Savannah comes up. So I do strongly think that, like, as a basketball fit wise, I would love to see him with the Warriors, but I just think there's no way that we don't see him go back to Cleveland and want to go and still compete for a championship. I don't care how much he says it. I don't care how much Rich Paul says it. I still think that he wants to compete because of the level that we just saw him at against OKC. And Cleveland's probably his best bet. Because in the West, you have the top. You're just not beating San Antonio. You're not beating OKC, and with that roster, you're still probably not going to beat Minnesota. with at least for Cleveland's sake, you have a way better infrastructure there to operate and be able to maximize Mobley and Allen for the most part, and then you're just going to wait on if Harden takes less money. So I would just like to see it because that's where he started, and that's where I think he deserves to end his career. If he gets out, if he doesn't go back to the Cavs, to me, that would be very weird.
Ty.
Yeah, kind of to Jules' point. No one knows exactly where it's going to go, but like I wanted personally, like I'm almost ruling out Philadelphia, Miami, like Denver, all these other teams that aren't in California or in Cleveland where like his kids practically grew up where he's familiar living with. Yeah, so it's either going to be Golden State or Cleveland. I think I'm pretty confident narrowing it down to those two. And I would love to see a Cleveland retirement tour for Braun. I think it'd be one of the best things he could do for his career. But also, him playing with Curry would be cool to see after being rivals throughout their primes. Either way, I don't know if they're real contenders, especially in Golden State in the Western Conference. I think if he's partnered up with Donovan Mitchell, James Harden himself, I just don't see them defensively being able to win a playoff series against an elite team. But yeah, I think it'll be cool to see where he goes no matter what he picks, and I think it's Golden State or Cleveland.
I'm on the same track as Jules and Ty here with Cleveland. The family house is still up in Cleveland. They still have that, I'm pretty sure. My thing is, I'm sticking in California, but he wants to have the legacy as the franchise saver, right, fellas? There's 2 franchises.
Oh God. Oh God.
He is teaming up with an All-NBA center. And Domantas Sabonis, baby.
Thought you were gonna say Jalen Duren, but we'll move past that.
Yeah, no, they ain't signing Jalen Duren. Clippers ain't doing that. He's going Sacramento, baby. Sacramento, they need a savior. LeBron James and Domantas Sabonis with Maxine. What are we doing? Darius Acuff as your primary playmaker too? Like we're cooking with a young squad and Saboner and LeBron James. This is the best you could ask for. And he's gonna turn that franchise around when he goes there. Keyword when, because it's happening.
L.
I mean,
franchise savior.
Place a bet on DraftKings for that. 1 to 1 million, probably.
And I'll be a millionaire. What can I say?
Okay.
No.
Are you sure about that?
How'd you do that?
I'm positive.
There. Yeah. Anyways, I think we really did cover the LeBron James stuff. Serious note, it's mostly like if he does stay in California, he's going to fucking Golden State if he stays, or not Cleveland, in California. So, but yeah, no. Let's move on to the Bam Adebayo versus Tyler Hero. I'm pretty sure this is part 2 myself. If I remember correctly, they got into a verbal confrontation. What was it, a year or 2 ago now? So, what are our thoughts on Bam Adebayo fucking cooking Tyler Hero and making him have a swollen ass face?
I think Tyler Hero needs to realize he'd lose a fight to about 99% of NBA players. We saw Amen Thompson absolutely ragdoll him. Bam Adebayo was bigger than Amen Thompson, so he's just gotta just shut up and let Bam talk his shit.
Oh,
That being said, what bad blood do they even had? It's not like one of them left in free agency and
Oh.
fucking.
Ty,
It
do
was
you
a
know?
trade.
Do you know what
How did it
started
occur?
this? Do you know what
Yeah,
started?
that's what I'm trying to find
Jules,
out.
you want to explain it?
So, for the people who do know me on TikTok, I've been posting a lot of stories about stuff about a basketball university on Twitter and just showing up like numbers and stuff like that, and like being able to push agendas. This started because Tyler Hero put up mid-range efficiency of Giannis and Bam on his fucking story, being two of the worst pull-up mid-range shooters in the NBA. That is the reason why Bam hooked Tyler Hero, is because he's not a good pull-up mid-range shooter. And that's fucking hilarious. That a basketball tweet from Basketball University on Twitter is the reason why Tyler Hero got fucking hooked. That's hilarious to me. But on a more serious note, Tyler came out and has said since then that he is Bam has been viewed as Heat royalty from Pat Riley, saying all these quotes that we can all trace back to. You know, I would only trade Bam Adebayo for Victor Wembanyama and 8 first-round picks, and revolving that offense around Bam Adebayo instead of Tyler Hero, and so on and so forth. So I get why he is slated in terms of being a basketball player because he thinks he's better than Bam, which is fine. You know, talk your shit, feel your feelings. We've seen this very reminiscent of our host and one of our co-hosts, very same team. But in terms of reality, Tyler Hero, you don't play games. You're injured a lot. You don't show up in playoff games. The other guy plays games. He shows up, and he's being able to be one of the most impactful defensive players of this generation, criminally underrated, right? So when you try to talk shit back as soon as you get traded, that's a bad look. And Tyler Hero, you act like your shit don't stink. Bam hooked you, and now your shit stink, dog. Now you're scrambling in terms of having to change your jersey number, that you actually want to retire as a Miami Heat player. It's very, very funny backtracking as soon as you get fucking hooked by Bam Adebayo. He put you in your place, and deservingly so. Because Milwaukee doesn't like you, Miami doesn't like you, a lot of teammates don't like you. Hold the fucking L, kid. Hold that L.
Adam.
Hey Tyler. I think it's time to just shut up and stay off social media, please. The last thing you want to do in the NBA is have a spat with a teammate, but do it publicly. I am sorry. If you do that, you don't keep it behind closed doors. That shit right there makes your other teammates look at you sideways. This is not good for Tyler Hero. And Bam rightfully called him out and put him in his place. Do I think it deserves violence? No, but going to a public platform and posting shit about your mid-range shooting isn't exactly great, especially when you can just say it to my face. That's probably how Bam felt. And Bam, Tyler, you're a role player, dog. Just shut up. You're not like this cornerstone of the franchise. I'm sorry. It's Bam and it's Giannis. Now, do I think Bam's going to be there long term? I don't think so personally, but that's because of basketball fit, not because of how he's played. But just Tyler, just stay off social media, please. We don't need you posting about mid-range shooting for Bam and Giannis. It's a bad look.
Well, this is why it goes Wilt, Bam, then Kobe. You know, I used to not like Bam, and then I started growing on him a little bit just because of the defense, you know. Now, you know what? Favorite all-time Miami Heat player right there. You know, we got that. Then Tyler, you said it, Jules. Tyler Hero has beef with the Milwaukee teammates too. Let's not forget about Kyle Kuzma and the stuff going on with Kyle Kuzma as he's dating Kyle's ex. So there's that. You just lowered your trade value even more. So now if you do get traded again, they're gonna have to put on a fucking pick or two. You know, like, what are we doing, dog? You didn't want to be in Milwaukee, and now you just ruined the value to get yourself out of Milwaukee. Like, go ahead.
I'm just saying, and it's funny because you brought up the Kuzma stuff. I was more specifically like that is entailed for sure. I was more specifically talking about the Milwaukee fan.
Oh,
Milwaukee fans
yeah.
hate Hero because he chose Kentucky over Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee guys always take the state university, and I know that that's not always enticing in terms of just like devaluing a player, but he was verbally committed to Wisconsin, went back against it, and changed his commitment to Kentucky. And Milwaukee has not forgave him since. On top of the fact, shout out to my co-host Justin on We Don't Know Ball being from there, not to dox him or anything, but his dad's a fucking racist too.
Ah.
So, it all encompasses to not only are you a piece of shit, your family is a piece of shit. So you're not like there amongst. I can't wait to see you go to the free throw line and a home team stand up and boo their player. I can't wait for that because you are a dick. You're not as good as you think you are. Like Adam said, I'm gonna look in the camera when I say this. You're a role player, dog. You got outplayed by Caleb Martin and Duncan Robinson in the off. You're a role player. Know your place.
Is this why Tyler Hero acts like he's a black man? Because his dad's a racist?
It goes Tyler. It goes Chet. I'm kidding.
I'm just saying, like, it's kind of interesting. Finally, for the current day stuff, just a quick talks about what we're seeing in Summer League real quick, and our thoughts on just a few things we're noticing with these players. Go ahead, Adam.
This is my first time ever watching Summer League. There's a substantial drop off between that and like NBA regular season play. It is the NBA 2K Rec League crap. Passes just sailing over people's heads. Clear turnovers, shot selection that is just bizarre. You're just like, dude, have you ever played basketball before? I don't put too much into Summer League. I like to wait till the regular season starts to get a good judge on players because as of right now, we have yet to see them like face like actual like real NBA defenses. So I'm gonna hold my opinion on these players until then. So
Okay. Ty.
Yeah, I think it's good to hold opinions until real NBA play, just because these games are just horrible. Like these teams clearly don't have much chemistry together, lots of turnovers. But AJ Diabatsa is the real deal. Like you can tell watching the games, he just looks NBA ready. And Ade Mara is concerning. He just kind of looks scared of the ball out there half the time. Like there's a couple videos of him just like failing to play help defense as a 7'3". Like, oh, if I was 7'3", I'm at least playing help defense. I could promise you that.
Yeah, no. You're not wrong. It's been scary watching some of his stuff and the potential. He's got a lot to work on. Jules, you yourself now have a whole grading system so far in the Summer League from picks 1 through 30. Just give us some of your thoughts real quick.
So, this is not my first time watching Summer League. I started watching Summer League a couple years ago, and where I like to evaluate players is essentially, again, where their value is, how they can process some of the more advanced stuff that they're then now seeing with a shot clock, blitzing, passing lane stuff, being able to break down defenses, and then how they move defensively, how they can be implemented in certain systems and stuff like that, and how well they can be connective. So it's just like you literally using it as a baseline because, like we said, I don't put much value into it, but I think it's important to understand where the baseline of a player is, and they can only go up from there, right? Or at least for the most part, unless your values and your opinions vary on some people, like a Daymar, like I'm in agreement. So I put out my grades for the lottery just the other day, and an example was Darius Acuff, who I'm actually high on. I think Darius Acuff is going to be the best offensive player in this draft. I think that he breaks down defenses very well. He is very, very good in PNR with what I've seen with him and Maxine, and even with him and Dylan Caldwell. It's great. It's great stuff. The only thing is that now because he is a small guard, that defense is atrocious, right? He's going to be relentlessly picked on. He's going to get switches on him, and he's not going to be able to guard in isolation or in PNR because the screen navigation is just awful. So I put him as a B-, right? And I made my post on TikTok, and it blew up. It has 17K views now. And half my comment section is going at my neck because Darius Acuff is supposed to be super fucking good. How is he a B-? I'm admitting that he is a good offensive player, but as a player coming out, you are going to have to you're bleeding defensive value on the other end of stuff because of how bad of a defender you are. Plus, Dak doesn't have any good defenders. Maxine, I love him. Not the greatest defender. Dylan Caldwell has some good defensive traits, but he's not going to be able to connect to everybody. We don't know if DeMar's going to still be there. The bonus, I know, Gunnar, you love him. Not the greatest team defender. He's a good low post guy, but not the greatest team guy. So it's like when I evaluate these players, I always just go by their process, what I'm being able to see, not necessarily the efficiency, because people drag summer league efficiency like that means anything. It doesn't. It's just more about shot selection, how you can get people open, your shot mechanics, and all this kind of stuff. And a lot of people look good within the lottery. There's definitely some outliers there. But that's how I like to go from summer league. What is their baseline and what they can work on, and let's see if they can work on that going forward. And Acuff was just my example, but I got a lot of shit for that, and I'm not very happy for it.
That's understandable. I agree with the offensive stuff with Acuff. He's, from what I've seen in the games, he's making the right decisions every single time, passing offensively. Sure, the shot's not falling. I don't really care. That's not the actual league. It's not the actual defenses yet. Set defenses that we're used to seeing in the league. That's why right now I'm pretty fucking pissed at Celtics Twitter right now. With not a rookie, with a certain sophomore named Hugo Gonzalez.
Mind you, but before you finish, I just saw this before we started. The lowest efficiency guy in the summer league right now, and it's not close, is Hugo Gonzalez.
I'm tracking.
But we can't tax him because it's fucking summer league.
Like,
that's the stuff that I hate.
Like, they're saying he's playing terrible. I'm like, are we watching the same fucking games?
Yeah.
Like...
Because everybody cares about efficiency and points. And that's where I will never go to, is that it's just about points and efficiency. That's where the SGA Glazers come into play. It's like, you have to be efficient, you have to score points. No, that if my role isn't to be a high volume efficiency guy. My role is to be a good defender, a decent rebounder, to be a good POA guy. That's Hugo Gonzalez. Evaluate him as such. And if he's not good on a rep, you tax him on that rep. You don't say, oh, the offense is just going to be a surplus of what he can give you value-wise.
Well, and the processing I'm seeing in his development, that's what's like the biggest factor out of this. He is making right read after right read every single time, and he's making that offense like a downgraded version of the Missoula system because he's making the connective passes.
And like another person too, everybody I think collectively is high on Darren Peterson. Darren Peterson's probably going to be the most elite shot maker and shot taker in this draft. He is just cold, right? But he does have offensive flaws. When we were watching this the other night, is that when he gets downhill and the defenses start to collapse on him, his ball handle is not good enough to work in tight spaces. He is coughing up the basketball routinely, and he's just not as good as a creator when spaces come, condense on him. But when there's spacing around him and he can work somebody in isolation, he's going to be fucking insane. He is great at one-on-one, but once you start to become an elite shot creator and a shot taker and shot maker, you're going to get more defenses pressed and looking at you, and that's where you need to have these steps in the future to work on your counters, work on your ball handle, and that's just that's the baseline of Darren Peterson. This is gonna be the worst that we see him. Let's see if he can work on his ball handle. Can he work in tighter spaces? Can he finish at the rim more efficiently, and so on and so forth. That's where I think people need to start being able to evaluate more fairly instead of just looking at the box score and be like, where Darius Acuff's shooting 33% from three, he's ass. Okay? That doesn't tell me anything. What is he being able to do? What's his skill set? Is he really good in P&R, which he is, and that soliloquy over and over again. So that's just me with the summer league stuff.
Yeah, no. For all-time talks today, fellas, let's talk about some stuff. Me, Adam, and Jules have been reworking our top 50s throughout this whole summer, or started to. We will be going through the Post Patrol's top 50 list and just reworking some stuff as well during one episode. We'll figure out when we do that at another day. Why is it important to constantly reevaluate lists? Start off with you, Jules.
It's important because you have to have unbiased objectivity when it comes to watching film. And over the course of this past year being on the platform and meeting you guys, there are people who push agendas because when they bring up the film in these lives and when we're talking about it, they look with a biased eye to push that agenda because that's what they're seeing. And they're like, eye test means all. Yes, eye test is very important, but when it becomes subjective to what you're trying to push, that is the thing that becomes nasty in these conversations. So it's always important to go and brush off some of the film and some of these theories that you rewatch, so you're being able to understand even more and dissect even more through your evaluations, because in the reworkings of what we have spoken about, I have drastically changed my opinions of what I have seen and my evaluations, my values, going through a lot of people and being able to really say, yeah, this guy is getting slated because of the team that is around him. He is the sole reason why this person is in this position right now. And I'm seeing this guy being able to carry a lot of offensive loads, and some of them a lot of both offensive and defensive loads. So because they lose, I cannot tax them because of the tremendous loads that they have on their back. That's not putting the correct context of just saying winning or losing. That's where I just hate that argument. It's like, I'm going to evaluate you in a loss, but if you're giving me 30, 10, and 10 by i.e. LeBron James in 2015, I'm going to look at that very highly compared to somebody who's giving me 15, 15, and 7 in a win, because he won. That doesn't tell me what they're doing on the basketball court. It's like, you have to go and watch and see what they do and evaluate their value at that time in that series and so on and so forth. So I think it's important to always restructure and always be able to understand said values and have this constant free flowing conversation that we have.
Ty.
Yeah, I think it's important not for us to monitor it over the summer and update it, but to continuously be doing it. You're obviously always learning new things as you watch film, do research. You're hearing other people's perspectives, especially for modern day players. They should be updated after every season, obviously. So yeah, it's important to keep an eye on it. It's important to understand when your criteria changes, understand why, and then just see how that affects your rankings.
Adam.
Now that we're in the off season, this is the time for all of us to watch film from the past to look at if we are ranking these all-time players. I cannot just come on a live and say something about said player without watching at least some film on this guy. So what we've done is we've gone back right now. The three of us we're going basically through our, I think it's like 20 through 35 range, and because there's such fluctuations between that range between these players, you do have to, when you watch film, you get a better idea of what is going on at that said time and what the circumstances around this said player is. So, like David Robinson, I've heard for the last couple of years on TikTok, well, he's a perennial playoff dropper offensively. Defensively, he shows up, but offensively, he's not there. What we've done is we've watched film on it, and we see the offensive help around him, and his coaching is just not there. And am I going to tax him for said series against so-and-so because he's dropping and he's got no one else around him? No, I don't think that's deserving of a tax. Now, if there's a series that comes up and it's like, hey, this guy had plenty of help to get by and he still underperformed, yeah, that deserves a tax. Another thing is that the one thing that does irritate me about TikTok is you'll go on lives and people will say, well, I lived through it and I saw it 30 years ago, but you don't know anything about him. And we can all go up and be like, well, listen, you watched 30 years ago, but clearly you don't know what's going on in that said moment because you don't remember. I watched it 3 or 4 days ago, and I have a better understanding of what's going on than you do living through that moment. I just think people become attached to players when it comes to these all-time rankings, and then they take it personally when you say, well, listen, we looked at the film, we looked at what was going on at that said time, and we have to change our list because it's just not matching up. It's not aligning with our values. So, like, it's a never-ending process, but it's always a good thing to do in your spare time with these players.
Yeah, no, you're right. And to use an example of, talking about someone without knowing what they're doing, earlier today, about 2 hours ago now, guy claiming Tim Duncan never guarded a dominant big man at all, which is just wrong. 2002, I have notes on it, and my notes legit just state Tim Duncan is bitching Shaquille O'Neal throughout every single quarter defensively. Like, why are we saying stuff, but we're not actually watching film on players like that and creating narratives that are just not true? That, or you brought up a good point, Adam, with the 50 years or living through the moment 30 years ago and all that. But when we go back and watch the film, what I'm seeing is something completely different than what some person's memory is as a whole. You bring that up all the time, Jules, with Larry Bird, with stuff being said. For me, I bring up a lot of Hakeem stuff because I'm low on Hakeem all time and what I'm seeing out of Hakeem. So it's always a great thing to go back and rewatch series as a whole, because you might notice something you either didn't write in your notes, or two, you just never noticed. So that's why it's always a good thing to reevaluate stuff. And right now I'm having a great time reevaluating David Robinson.
And I was gonna say that too, Gunnar, before we do move on, is that I'm a big believer of trying to do it. Watching film by yourself is hard because I think you're able to try to objectify stuff, but you're not really being able to understand. If you have a set of 2 or 3 people, for I believe in just smaller groups being able to watch it and converse about what is happening and being able to objectify, okay, this is what's happened, it is confirmation bias, but if you have other sets of eyes to be able to see the same thing, you're not then set alone. So when we have these discussions, okay, well, this is what I saw, another person also saw this, so I'm not the only crazy person here, I have another person who's saying this as well. So it's like that becomes then more factual than it is fiction, because you're not now the only one who's saying it. You have a plethora of people that can, spread, and that can be used for either good or bad for agenda pushing. But I'm in a believer of being able to objectively look at something and just realize, yeah, David Robinson is offensively dropping, but it's because Larry Brown and Bob Hill don't know how to constructually make a half-court offense, and that we're seeing Avery Johnson, we're seeing Sean Elliott, we're seeing Terry Cummings run off of pin downs or isolation situations, and they're not being able to finish their jump shots. They can't spot up from 3. They can't finish at the rim consistently. So that puts more offensive burden on a David Robinson, to where he's having to go and take these more contested, post hooks, these turnaround J's, these spot up like 15 to 18 foot jump shots. And then they ultimately ask him to then create offense by himself. And as a 7-1 guy who is more known as a defensive player, and asking him, hey, go get to the rim, and we'll just work. Like, that's insane to me. That is so nasty to ask for anybody to do that consistently throughout a playoff run, to where, to me, I just can't tax that. I can't. That's why I similarly feel to people like a Nash or Harden, so on and so forth. It's just, I'm being able to see this, and I'm glad I'm being able to have this enjoyment with Gunnar and Adam, because they're seeing it as well, and it's good that we are collectively sharing notes and we're understanding what is being said at the time, as well as what is actually happening, because people will bullshit you and just say, trust me, bro, and that's bullshit.
Yeah, no. Another thing real quick on the D-Rob film, they just also are making horrendous entry passes to him in the post when he does get post position. It's disgusting. Can't tax that.
So also their defensive rotations have been pretty mediocre, leaving wide open 3-point shooters. I mean, wide open and unnecessary double teams. Like, you do have David Robinson on him. We don't have to double him, and he's not. Vlade Divac is. I mean, he's good, but we have David Robinson on him. This is no slouch defensively. And that also the what you watch then makes you understand what happens the next series, because when they lose to Houston, who's a terrific 3-point shooting team, you understand that when Akeem's getting doubled, they swing, and it's a wide open three. It's Sam Cassell, Robert Ory, who are red hot from three. You understand why the Spurs are losing these games at home in Game 1 and Game 5 of that series. It's proven point in the prior series.
Yeah, no, it is. I was going to come up with a different game so we weren't playing the same game. That might have to wait until next week. Who wants to pick the decade?
I do.
Oh,
Okay. Let's do 2000.
all right, 2000s. Who do I want to go with? Player teams first.
Let's do teams. We usually do
Teams?
player first.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. All right. What team do I want to give you? Hold on. I think I want to go with this one. Then I want to go with this one. All right, Team A, fellas. Are you ready?
Sure.
They go 47-35. And they go 7-4.
What's their leading score?
Leading scorer is giving you 19 a game.
Ew. Any All NBA guys?
Oh yeah, there's one.
One.
This before I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be cheesy. Is this before or after LeBron James enters the league?
After.
What was the record again? One more time.
47-35 in the regular season. Playoff record is 7-4.
Huh.
So they must sweep the first round of the playoffs. Wait. And get Game 7 in the second round?
Yes, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
19 a game.
There's a guy averaging 19 a game, yeah.
Okay.
Would you say
What's
that
their
this guy's their
defensive-
best player?
Oh, hell
What's their
no.
defensive rating?
Defensive rating is a 98. Fourth in the league.
Okay. I'm gonna ask this question. Do they have a Hall of Fame player coming off the bench, but he doesn't start any games?
Correct.
Okay, I got it.
I actually didn't know this guy was on their bench. I didn't realize that. Ty, there's a legendary question you can ask.
Oh, I don't know what that means. Any ex-Celtics or future
Yes.
Celtics? Okay. Ex or future?
For this year, it'd be future.
Okay.
What was their defensive rating?
98.
4?
Fourth in the league.
Like top 4?
Yeah. Oh, Jules stumped. Adam, I think you have it right.
Yeah.
There.
98.
Yep, a 98
That's
on
what's
the dot.
fucking me. That's what's fucking me up.
98 defensive rating.
Oh, you said defensive rating.
Yeah.
My bad. That's
Did
why.
you thought it was offensive?
Yeah, I thought you said offensive.
Do you want their offensive rating?
Yes, I would love their offensive.
101 offensive rating, 25th in the league.
Oh, right. That's why they're second round exit. Jesus. You said this is after Braun as well.
Technically, yeah.
It was a rookie season. So that sounded like.
Is it?
What? Bro.
Ty, do you have
I
it?
have like.
You're gonna be. It's fine. You'll understand it.
I thought he would understand it almost immediately.
No. Once he sees it, he's gonna be like, "Oh wow, yeah."
Is there a relative of Kobe Bryant on this team? If you know what I mean.
I actually don't know what you mean.
I think Adam knows what I mean.
Yep. Yep. He understands why. Yep. Hey, Jules, can you tap the star player?
Yeah, we are.
All right. Are we good to move on, fellas? What's good, Ori?
I understand your question now. I forgot. I'm crying.
I want Ty to get this.
I think Taya has it.
I have it.
You have it? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Team B, fellas. 45 and 37. Get swept in the first round.
Oh shit.
Best player stats.
Stats as a whole for their best player is 18 a game with 7 boards and 2 assists. 51% from the field.
Post or pre LeBron?
Post.
That's like low key a good question, Adam. So.
Splits in half, pretty much.
Literally.
What's their best player averaging?
18, 7, and 2.
Any accolades for this team?
One guy is 21st in DPOY.
That's it.
That is it.
You said 45 and 37.
What's their defensive
Yep.
rating?
Their defensive rating. Their defensive rating is fucking 103. 5th in the league.
Okay.
What? Hold on.
Is there a
said what?
future? Let me ask the question. Is there a future Denver Nugget on this squad?
I don't know my Denver Nuggets. Holy shit. Let me go
Wait.
player by player.
No. Hang on. I got a better question.
Okay.
Is the starting point guard a future champion?
Who is their starting point guard? Great question. Yes. Wait. Yes, he is. He is. Yep. He is.
Okay.
He is.
Okay.
I forgot the year. Had to make sure.
This is disgusting.
This is so bad. I
What?
know what this is.
What's the
Is their executive a Hall of Famer?
Who's their exec? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey.
My bad. My bad, twin. Ty, you good?
I think I got him.
We good, fellas?
Yeah, we good.
I think so.
Ty, who do we have?
First team is 2004 Nets with athletic Richard Jefferson before he became a broadcaster. And then second team is 2005 Grizzlies.
All right, Jules.
04 Nets led by Alonzo Mourning, and then 05 Grizzlies led by Bonzi Wells.
And Adam, are you in consensus agreement?
I concur with my constituents.
All right.
Dang.
All right.
Webster taught you that one?
No, the Roth did.
Rothman, yeah. And the fact that Jerry West again got a subhuman level squad to the playoffs. Let's be real.
Nah, let's be real. They're going through 3 fucking coaches that year.
Yep.
This is why I moved Jerry up my all-time list. He may not win as a player enough, but as an exec, he's just Bill Russell reincarnated.
Yeah, you guys are 100% correct. Now I gotta find players. Do I want to be an asshole today? That's my thought. Kinda. I kinda do.
Gunner, you're looking spiffy today.
Getting on my good side, are we?
I mean, someone's got to.
What year of
All
this
your
player?
sides are good sides.
Can I say?
What?
Resume.
Nah. Rewind, fast forward, press play. Come on. I'm nasty. I'm sorry.
Is it going to be James Worthy?
No,
Known
we're in the
2000s player,
yeah, no.
James Worthy. Yes.
I just, I want you guys to just pick this guy over him. I really do. Because that would be hilarious. Whoops.
It's a future San Antonio Spur. I gotcha.
Hold on. Well, I messed it up. Hold up. There we go.
It's a Spur. He messed up. It's a Spur. Watch out.
Nah, fellas, are you ready?
Yep.
Player A. 11 points a game. 3 assists. And 3 rebounds.
Team record.
What is their team record? 42-40.
They make the playoffs?
They made the playoffs.
Was he a 6-man candidate?
Nah.
How many chips does Kobe have by this time?
3. Ask more questions like that, Adam.
LeBron. Oh wait, that's a dumb question. Wait. No, is LeBron James in the league yet?
Yes, he is. That's not what I meant by I keep asking those types of questions. No.
Kobe have 4 championships at this point.
Well, no.
Does he get his 4th this year?
No. I think Jules knows.
Does Duncan lead him to a championship this year?
Lead him or lead the Spurs?
Lead the Spurs.
Okay. Yes, he does.
I knew it. This whittles it down so motherfucker.
Now the question is, which year is it? For you, Jules.
Did Duncan win a Finals MVP this year?
I'm not giving you that one.
Nah.
Maybe he does, though. Maybe he does. What if I said he did?
I mean, then it still whittles it down a lot.
But what if I said he didn't?
And to be, it still whittles it down a lot for me because there's literally single-digit teams that I have.
You said this team went 42-40.
Yep.
Player had 13, 3, and 3.
Oh, 13-3-3.
No.
Yeah, I thought you said 11.
He has 11.
Oh, 11, 3, and 3. Sorry, I made that up.
That'd be LARP. What is their playoff record that year?
1-4.
Okay. Okay.
5-game series.
Wait. Does he team with Kobe Bryant?
I'm not giving you that.
I was thinking about when you said ask more questions like that. I was trying to get to the Kobe Bryant.
That is
So that's a yes.
Alright, I'm making a new rule. We're getting rid of the LeBron James type question. Is what?
Is Glenn Robinson still in the league?
I don't fucking know shit. This big dog's still in the league at this point. Glenn Robinson is not still in the league.
Let's check this here.
I thought Adam or Jules would have had it by now. I'm not gonna lie.
I whittled it down to the year, so I just need to look at it.
Oh, you fucker.
There's 2 teams that it can be. I just have to figure out the player.
On the Lakers.
And Ty, do you know it?
Yeah.
Alright, Ty, you want to ruin it for them?
Yeah.
Alright, you guys just got cucked. Next guy is 6 points a game.
What, Gunnar? What are we doing?
8 rebounds. And 0.4 assists. Oh, wait, I have the wrong year. Whoops. My bad. That's on me. That's
Wow,
W-LARP.
LARPing host.
I am LARPing.
I take back the spiffy look.
You know what? Fine. You know what? Screw you. I'm giving you this guy's 4-8 or 5-8 and 2.
5, 8, and 2. Just Kobe Bryant win a championship this year.
That is a non-answerable question.
Was I alive yet?
Yes.
Okay. That's like
You have 8
Yeah, I want-
years in
I
the
want
league.
Yeah, I want Ty to lead us here. He got us the first one. Let's just
I'm gonna ask more
ride
questions.
Ty's coattail. Yes.
This player's team make the playoffs.
Oh, fuck. Who'd he end? Oh, yeah, it's this team. Yes, they do.
Record?
In the playoffs?
Either or both.
7-6.
So they lose 2 games round 1 and lose in round 2. Oh. Yeah.
Does Dwayne Wade have a ring by now?
Yes.
So why do you answer that one?
I don't know. I forgot about my rule. I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't say anything about LeBron James. I said someone totally different. That doesn't count at all.
Yeah, Adam. We're after this. We're creating the Adam rule.
Yeah.
This is now
What did you say your
2K.
record was in the playoffs?
7-6. You're not gonna like this one at all.
What was the player stats again? 5, 8, and 2?
Yep.
Wait.
What was her wins lost during the year?
For this team, hold on. 45-37.
They win round 1 and 6 and lose round 2 and 7.
So 45 and what? 37?
Yep.
What's this dude averaging?
5-8-2.
5, 8, 2.
You wouldn't know this, but I'm using his whole year stats. Just saying.
Oh, he played on multiple teams?
Yes.
Oh, man. What a disaster.
I think Jules might have it because of that question.
I just need to confirm. This is his whole year stats?
Yep.
I'm on. He plays with an MVP this year, yeah?
What did you say it was?
This year he plays with an MVP?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't play with the league MVP.
Can I ask?
What?
Wait, can I ask this? So you said he averaged what?
You're
5,
lying
8?
to me.
I'm
Wait,
not.
Did you say he averaged 5, 8, and what? 2?
5-8-2.
Are you kidding? Gunner, stop this. This is disgusting.
He does play with. There's no way that he doesn't play with an MVP this year.
With, I thought you meant the league
And
MVP.
MVP.
And MVP. Oh, my bad. He does play with an MVP, but
you're
not the
disgusting.
league
Yeah.
MVP
Yeah.
this year. That's what I
Yeah.
thought you were getting at.
No, I said a MVP.
My bad. My bad.
How do I want to word this? How do I want to word this?
I'll go. I'm ready.
You want to end it?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm ready for you, Gunner.
Well, too bad because Adam's going first.
I have no idea who the first one is, so that's a W for Ty. The second one, I'm just going to take a random guess, and it's going to be 08 Ben Wallace.
Okay. Who are you taking? Player A or player B?
Just because I'm just going to, I don't know. A, I guess.
Player A. Okay. Jules.
The second guy is 08 Ben Wallace. The first guy, I have no idea. And just to spite you, I'm going to say Ben Wallace.
Ty. Who is player A and
Okay.
who is player B?
Yeah, player B was 2008 Ben Wallace. Player A, I thought was 2007 Smush Parker.
Adam taking Smush Parker is great.
Hey, wait a minute. We got a guard on a big man. He can't guard him in space.
Oh yes. I wanted to hear someone say they were taking Smush Parker over Ben Wallace.
You're talking about 07 Smush Parker, Gunner. He's got the Mamba mentality.
That's true. Shit. I didn't.
He also picked. It was like Smush Parker's peak year versus Ben Wallace, like 2 years from retirement.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I picked Smush Parker. Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Get it right. It's 3 years. Actually, 4 years. My bad.
Wrap him.
Yeah, check the wrap 'em. I just want to hear someone say it, you know? It's a great time when someone says Smush Parker over Ben Wallace any day of the week.
I'm moving Smush Parker up my all-time rankings.
Is that so?
Yeah, the list has got to be
430th.
He might move up in the top 350.
Ooh.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Post Patrol. I am still trying to figure out why we cannot fucking do this on the actual Post Patrol TikTok right now. But hopefully I'll be faster on YouTube this week because I have a decent week ahead of me. And as always, look at this graph, fellas. This is Rap'em. Thank you for watching.